Hi, Mike England, Marketing Agent Pro. This week we are talking about, pull up the list here, we are now on the last module for landing pages. So landing pages that attract sellers. So this one is a great a great asset to your real estate business. But there are some things that you're going to have to keep in mind that I'll go through when it comes to sellers, because sellers are a lot different than buyers as far as the amount of time it takes for a lead to turn into closed business. So I just really want to touch on that a buyer is looking at making a transaction a lot of times. If they're serious buyers, then they're looking at making a transaction immediately, whereas a seller that is looking to potentially sell their house, it could be 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years down the line. So sellers are more about building up your pipeline for the long run, whereas buyers are more about trying to get immediate sales. So keep that in mind. But also, sellers, if you build up a long-term pipeline of potential sellers and people in your database that eventually will want to sell their home, the amount of value, and a lot of you are already pros at real estate, you already know the value of a seller versus a buyer. Sellers are honestly, a lot of times, are a lot less of a pain in the butt, and they also, you have the opportunity to make double and sometimes even triple on one transaction with one individual. So that can be 3 times the amount of commission. For some of you, can be the difference between a $10,000 commission and a $30,000 commission. So that's a lot. That's a lot of money. That's a big transaction. So having a pipeline of sellers is extremely important. As a matter of fact, if I, as a real estate agent, I would not go without finding a way to continually generate sellers, whether that's through referral networking, whether that's through social media marketing, whether that's through going through some kind of networking group, or finding, in this case, I'm going to show you how to generate these sellers through online tools. So the first thing I wanted to do was just show you where these sellers are coming from. So I'm going to use an example of an ad that we currently have running for one of the agents in this group, and also an agent that I've had the opportunity to work with for close to 6 months now. So right here we have a ad of home values are up. Would you like to know how much how much yours is worth? Use our free tool. Very simple ad. Hi Torrance homeowner. So it's addressing them. We have ones that are way more complicated, and also are have more content. I don't want to say complicated, but have more content. I'm going to tell you this right now, that this one is getting 20 cents a click. So 20 cents a click, and this is giving a potential of, by driving so much traffic to her landing page, the conversion rate is a lot lower on this. She's probably paying anywhere between $5 to $10 for a Southern California seller lead. So that is, and that lead can either be a address only, it can be maybe a mobile or a cell phone number, or it could be cell phone number, email address, or and an address. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So again, another thing that's important is the social proof, and this ad has been liked 8 times. We have other ads with Monica, as well as other agents that we run, that also have several comments and things like that. I would suggest having family and friends that maybe don't share the same last name, so it doesn't look obvious, to come and like and comment on these ads. By doing that, it's going to help hike up the relevancy score of the ads, but it's also going to make this ad look more legitimate to the consumer. We're going to cover that more in detail in the modules to come, but I just wanted to touch on that from this ad, that it does have 8 likes and it is getting 20 cents a click. So I'm going to go through the landing page. So if you were to click on this, you're going to hit a landing page. And from this landing page, the consumer says, okay, I'm going to enter in my address. So I'm going to enter in my address. Actually, I'm going to enter in a different address here. All right, so they're going to enter in their address here. Then when they hit this, they're then going to have the opportunity. So it's going to pull in some just general information here. And it's going to show the home. And this is a home I used to live in. Yes, we had, if you look here, this used to be my home. We had a whole like McDonald's play area that we built in the backyard. Just wanted to show you that. So this is a pretty big home here. We're gonna 6 bedrooms, 4 baths. It gives all the information, automatically populates it in the home. It also has this little video here
you're almost there.
To show people how to basically enter in information, because you'd be surprised. Some people struggle with that kind of stuff. So then I'm going to enter this information. All right, and then I'm going to hit generate report. Now this software is called Prime Seller Leads. Now we can build, I showed you how to build out a landing page with using listings. The reason I don't do this is because the software is very inexpensive. It's $60, includes the landing page and the CRM. If you buy the software through them, if you buy it through me, you get a discounted rate. But then, so the software is relatively inexpensive. Also, what's cool about this is it is a software. It's not just a landing page, so it includes a whole CRM system that, quite frankly, a lot of agents end up using the CRM for everything because it's a really good CRM, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So then you enter in a phone number. All right, and we're going to say that I'm selling my home, and I'm going to sell it in 1+ years. That happens a lot of the times, just telling you that now. So if you're looking at making this a short-term investment, your $60, if that's a 1-month deal, then including the Facebook advertising, so probably $150, then seller leads are going to be tough for you, so you got to make an investment to generate these. So because a lot of people are going to be 1+ year, it's about building your pipeline, not making immediate sales. So then we're going to say the condition of the home is great, and then I'm ready for my home value. So this is step 2. So you got their phone number, you got their email address.
Congratulations! How easy was that?
And you got their information. So right here, then it's going to give me a home value estimate of the home. It's going to give the high end estimate, the low end estimate, and then basically in between. I'll be honest, we've used other seller lead software, and the valuations are all over the map, upwards of $500,000 the wrong way, and consumers get pissed. And when a consumer gets pissed, then they call you and they're mad with their valuation, or they text you or email you, or they just won't do business with you. And then I was getting a call because the software company sucked, even though I'm not a software guy. So it is important that you use the right software. I highly suggest using this one. Again, you do get a discounted rate if you use my advertising services combined with this. You basically get the software included with my services. So that's I get a discounted rate for that. So it then shows you a pretty good valuation, initial valuation anyways, of when the home last sold, what was paid for it. Then it shows you other homes in the area, what they sold for. The problem with this home is that it's the nicest home in the neighborhood. It's actually a pretty scummy neighborhood. That's why we moved away. So it's a really weird home in this neighborhood. Um, so anyways, I just wanted to show you that. And then it shows you, what the average price was for the homes that sold in that area. Um, anyways, that is what the consumer sees. Now I'm going to show you what you see on your end. You will actually get a text notification that will come to you. You'll get an email notification. But you can also then go in your dashboard here, and it will show you. Now this is my sample site, so this one's not really that active yet. It will be here pretty soon as we're running this for a Tacoma client. So you will see, as I go down here, you'll see my information right here in your CRM. So then what happens is you can just go and look at all your leads, and it gives you the option to market to that lead. So I can do a voicemail, a postcard, and there is a text messaging service as well that they have added. So it's a pretty cool service. Now if I was to do a partial lead and not include my phone number and my email address, they do have the ability to do a reverse lookup on the address and pull in their phone number and email address. Pretty creepy stuff. So I just wanted to show you that, the system and how seller leads, what a seller lead website should look like. So again, I'm going to take you back to the site. And the reason that I like this one is it's a simple 4-step process. You have 3 points of which you can get their contact information. And when even if they give just an address, I have some agents that are aggressive enough that they will show up to the person's house to give them a more detailed CMA. So that is a pretty aggressive approach, but if you want the business, then you got to be aggressive. So it's about building that pipeline and building those relationships. So I do want to show you a few examples of results that some of these pages are getting. Now I want to make it very clear that the software doesn't give you results. It's just a landing page with a CRM. The leads are coming from targeted advertising, which I run for these clients. So I just wanted to show you how to do this. I am going to show you how to run these ads. So if you don't want to pay me to run advertising, I am going to show you how to do that. And you can figure out how to do that through my program. A lot of times what ends up happening is you end up becoming busy enough, or you end up having a hard time figuring out how to run these ads. So but I am going to show you how to do everything that I do. So here's the first example. This one is the Los Angeles client, and they, over the course of the year so far, they have generated 188 leads and 176 partial leads. Now this is at an average home price of $601,000 average. Average partial lead 605. Their landing page has been viewed 3,853 times. So that is a ton of traffic to these landing pages and a ton of leads. Now I know from this client that some of these leads are in the process of being closed business as well. Some of them are not, but they are people that are in this individual's pipeline and will turn into closed business. And the great thing is, for this client at this average home price, they only need to sell one of these leads needs to convert in order to pay for probably 2 years of this service. 2, maybe 3 years of using even me for the marketing services. If you're running this on your own and you're running Facebook ads, which will probably run you close to about $200 if you were to do this on your own, you're talking about $2,400 a year. I mean, you sell one of these homes, that probably pay 5 years of that service. So so that's pretty cool. So that was the California one. I'm going to bring in another one here. This one is out of Boise. I used to Agent Solutions, the company that I was partnered with a couple other individuals. we were out of Boise. We ran our operation out of Boise, so we ended up, running these campaigns for Boise clients, and we generated 165 full leads for this specific client, 255 partial leads, at an average home price of $413,000. Now this is pretty high for Idaho. We were getting a lot of higher homes because we were running our campaigns for a while to only people that owned homes at a certain price point, which you can target on Facebook. So again, this page was had a lot of views. So I wanted to show you that one. Now I will show you the last one here. This is for a client out of Atlanta, Georgia, and they have received a ton of leads. 223 full leads, 253 partial leads. The average price isn't nearly as high, but again, that is a ton of volume. So they're also getting a lot of visitors. One of the things that I'm going to show you how to do in this Marketing Agent Pro program is the most important part, and that is going to be the follow-up portion. So I showed you what the landing pages look like, what you need in a landing page and a software. I am going to show you how to run the ads to get the traffic and the leads to the landing page, but the most important part of this is the follow-up, the sales, getting on the phone, doing the emails, doing the text messaging. If you don't do this, if you don't do this third part, which we will cover in about a month, if you don't do this part, all this stuff up here doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. You're wasting your money. So you want to make sure that you're following up. This right here is what separates an okay real estate agent to the ones that are top producing and crushing it, is the follow-up. So if you want to crush it with this program, then you're going to have to do the follow-up on all these leads that you're going to be getting through this program. So again, I just wanted to emphasize that, and I hope that again, if you want the software or the advertising, you can wait till I teach you how to run the ads to determine if you would want to do it yourself. If you don't want to do it yourself, I do offer it as a service with the software included. So I will touch more on that later in the later video. So I hope you guys have a great week, and Mike England, Marketing Agent Pro.